Judge, we can save lives. We can improve the economy. We can preserve countries' foundations. There's no reason not to side with the proposition. Hi, I'm strong on the proposition side of this debate, saying that nation-states have an obligation to unconditionally allow entry for illegal refugees. First, I'll refute my opponent's framework, refute her arguments, and then I will move on to restating my own arguments. Her framework states that the team that provides the most impactful evidence and protects the integrity of refugees should win this round. Yes, I agree that we should treat refugees well, but this does not have to do with the debate because the motion states that this House believes that nation-states have an obligation to unconditionally allow entry for legal refugees. This framework has nothing to do with the debate, and just because one team wins this, it should not pose as a reason for siding with either side of this round. Her first argument stated that the starting migratory phase means lives lost. I completely agree. Refugees lose lives and are harmed by crossing oceans or by staying in their home country. But in this argument, there is no impact. This debate is about whether we should conditionally or unconditionally allow entry for legal refugees. Yet my opponent has not argued her side. This argument is saying that lives are lost. So yes, we should. I agree. Admit refugees into the country. But it should be done unconditionally. She talks about discrimination. I'll refute this by saying that, again, I agree that we should reform the system. But has my opponent shown why refugees should be let in conditionally? No, there's no impact of this argument. Also, she said that my economic argument was refuted because she said that refugees face unemployment. First of all, the unemployment rate for foreign-born persons in the United States was 3.1% in 2019. The jobless rate of native-born persons was 3.8% in 2019, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The unemployment rate for refugees is less than native-born citizens, and they're greatly contributing to our economy. They don't face as much as unemployment as my opponent claims. Second of all, again, this debate is about whether we should conditionally or unconditionally let in refugees. My argument says that we should unconditionally let them in because refugees contribute to the economy. My opponent's argument says nothing about this. Therefore, her argument does not matter in this debate. Her third argument says that refugees are also unprotected in the camps. Again, I completely agree, but we should improve refugee camp conditions. But like I have stated for our previous contentions, what does this have to do with the debate? Nothing, Judge. Now I'd like to go on to stating my plan. My plan is that a certain number of refugees will be accepted at certain periodic time intervals with priority of those who are at risk of losing their life. And this plan has been unrefuted and has a significant impact. We will be helping refugees come unconditionally and systematically. My first argument states that it saves lives. She has no refutation to this. My second argument about the economy, yes, she had a refutation, but this has been refuted completely. And third, she said that I said that principles are preserved, and she had no refutation to this. Overall, she has dropped my arguments, both of which has significant impacts. By unconditionally letting refugees in, we are able to save millions of lives. Also, we would be preserving the principles and the foundations of countries. Now I'd like to go on and restating my arguments and their impacts. My first argument states that by accepting legal refugees, we are able to save lives. The impact of this is that, Judge, millions of lives would be saved by accepting these people. This outweighs any argument that the opposition might have, since lives matter more than anything. Second, she talks about, I say that refugees massively contribute to economic growth. And this is because taxes are paid, billions of dollars are generated, and innovation soars, which in the end greatly contribute to the economy. This is another reason why we should unconditionally allow entry for illegal refugees. And my third contention is that the country stays true to their principles. In conclusion, Judge, let's make the right decision about this debate. Let's allow entry for legal refugees unconditionally. By the way, Judge, my opponent has gone 38 seconds over the time limit. Thank you, and please vote for the proposition side of this debate.